So one of the questions I get almost every single day from real estate agents that either I coach or agents that are interested in coaching is, how do I build my self-confidence? Because here's what I think we'd all agree on is, in the business of selling our services, what is it that the consumer is actually buying? Well, the answer to that is our confidence, right? So we're not selling a tangible product, we're selling a service, and that service being you. And so the question is, how do we increase that self-confidence? Well, there are 6 ways that I'm going to outline in today's video. Number 1 is following through on your commitments. And so when you look at self-confidence, it all starts with, do you believe in you? In other words, do you trust yourself enough to execute on what you told yourself you were going to do? So we're not even talking about, hey, how do we increase someone else's confidence in ourselves? We're talking about self-confidence. Self-confidence comes through fulfilling on the commitments that we've made to ourselves. One of the greatest examples of this is winning the battle of the bed. So most real estate agents, they set this goal to get up early, to work out, to work on their visions, to start practicing their skills. The alarm clock goes off, and what happens often? They hit the snooze button. Right from the beginning of the day, they start to live in a world of lies where they said to themselves, all right, tomorrow's the day I'm going to follow through on my goals and my commitments. I'm going to get after it. And as soon as the alarm clock goes off, they hit that snooze button and all their self-confidence goes down the toilet because they can't even follow through on their own commitments, let alone try to communicate from a place of conviction so that other people believe in that confidence. Number 2, now we're going to get into that self-belief that will lead to self-confidence. So number 2 is writing out your scripts every single day. So when we look at, okay, we're looking to build our self-confidence, part of it we just talked about is following through on your commitments. The other part is, do I have the confidence to know what to say when I'm in a position to say it? So if I'm prospecting, if I'm at a social networking event, if I'm at an open house, do I know what to say? And for a lot of agents, they say, no, I don't know what to say. And I don't know what to do. And so therefore, I'm not confident. And so in order to build self-confidence, one of the things I have agents do when I first start working with them is I have them literally write out their scripts. We're talking about on pen and paper, old school. Write out their scripts verbatim 10 times a day for their first 30 days in coaching. Why? Because I want them to memorize exactly what to say in every single situation. Because we go through a process of memorizing what to say, then we can internalize what to say, and then we can personalize what it is that we say. But we first must have to learn what it is that we need to say. Number 3 is then to start to chant your scripts every single day. So the whole mind-body connection, as far as writing out the script, that will help you a lot. The next thing that will help build your confidence is how to deliver that script with confidence, with conviction, in a way that comes across authentic, it comes across empathetic, and it comes across in a way that people believe you, where you sound interesting. And so now that you've gotten the script written out, you know exactly what to say. Now we're going to start practicing saying it out loud. And you can just record yourself on the voice memo so you can listen back to, hey, this is what you sound like. This is what the prospects are going to hear. Which then leads us right into number 4, which is to role play your script every single day. So once you know what to say, you've chanted that script, you've got some confidence, you're chanting that script to yourself in the mirror. Now we're going to start to role play and practice that with another human being, another agent. You get a role play partner who is as committed to the goal as you are. And now we're going to practice that script with someone else, having a 2-way conversation. So now it's not just you writing out the script verbatim and chanting it out verbatim. Now there's another human being. And so now there's a dialogue going back. And so you practice that just like any other profession every single day. Not only that, I highly recommend that you record those role play sessions. You go back, you listen to the game film. You listen what you sound like. You listen how you're responding to the objections. Which brings us right into number 5, is to record your listing presentation at least once a week. And you could do this for the first year and you will be amazed at how good your presentation gets. Because it's one thing to practice your scripts to generate appointments. But if you're generating a bunch of appointments just to go on the appointment and to lose listings to other agents that have a better presentation than you do, then what's the point? You feel like you're on that hamster wheel that leads to burnout, which ultimately leads to a lot of agents quitting. So we want to record the listing presentation. Grab another agent, grab someone on your team, grab a friend, grab your spouse, set up a simple camera. You can use your iPhone, set it up on a tripod, and go through your entire presentation once a week. And you can go back and watch it and you say, you know what? I really need to focus on my pricing presentation. I can hit everything else, but when I get to the pricing presentation, I don't know, it's kind of weak and I need to really work on that part. Or you say, well, I've got everything dialed in, but I've got to work on that value proposition. I have to communicate in a way where I'm really lowering the risk that sellers take in hiring me by increasing their certainty. So that value proposition, that presentation needs to be more dialed in. And you can see that through the game film. So you're not operating from emotion, you're operating as a business professional because you have the facts. And you've got your listing presentation on camera and you can see yourself getting better every single week. And then number 6 is to study the market. In order to meet with a client and have confidence in knowing what you're doing and being able to communicate that has everything to do with your understanding of the marketplace. You know how many listings are coming in the market. You know how many are selling. You know the types of homes that sell faster than this type of home. You know where the vast majority of the buyers are shopping. You know which price point and which price bracket each neighborhood needs to land in order to sell below the average days on market. You need to know the average days on market. We need to know the absorption rate. We need to know the inventory. We better be walking through all of the active listing inventory every time a new listing hits the market. That's a start, my friends. And so we need to understand all of that. And it's one thing to know it. And then the other thing is, can we communicate that information in a way that is compelling to a seller that says, wow, this guy, this girl really knows her stuff. They can't challenge you on anything because of how well you're prepared. And we know that proper preparation prevents poor performance.